Passion Project Diaries. This is episode 3, and if you haven't already, I'd recommend watching the series from episode 1. That way you can get caught up with our program. In this episode, we're going to talk about starting your passion project even if you don't have it all planned out. We're really going to be diving into how to start something when your vision feels half-baked or very chaotic. This episode is for people who feel this way, but especially for people who may be overthinking the way they're going about their project, or for those who feel stagnant. Guys, we got this. Come on, we got it. We'll make it through. We will. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to start this episode off by reminding you that you do not have to have anything all planned out. Babies don't just get up and start running, they start with a crawl and then they stumble their way through the motions until they become efficient at it. Another thing to keep in mind is that you're not behind if your plan doesn't feel perfect. I'm gonna flip the band. And I kind of wanted to talk about the word perfect. I strongly dislike the word. I feel like perfection is so subjective depending on the person. For example, I really love I love them when they're in full bloom and they're all colorful, but I also love flowers when they're muted and wilted. They're just really pretty, right? But while I think that is perfect, someone else might absolutely despise wilted flowers. Perfection, I feel like it varies. All I have to say about the word perfect is that in order to figure out what's right for you, you have to try things. Now on to the more specific topic at hand, planning. Planning is a big thing for some, me included, but sometimes too much planning can do a lot more harm than good. So it is good to stay over-prepared to avoid being under-prepared. Now, planning can be helpful. It does give you direction. It also helps you prepare for the future while putting your vision into action and making it come to life. However, on the other side, too much planning can get you stuck in the thinking phase. It may even create unnecessary pressure for you before you even allow time to let your project evolve. Too much planning can also be very overwhelming. And if it does overwhelm you, take a moment for yourself. Maybe call it a day and get some fresh air, maybe do some activities that you enjoy or that just help you reset. And yes, sleep does count. So it may sound confusing right now, but I assure you, once you find your rhythm, it'll make so much more sense. For example, I personally like to plan really loosely. I give myself direction without strict guidelines because I feel as though guidelines could restrict certain areas of growth. I believe in you and I'm sure your project will come out great. Also, I just realized that this series may make the project sound a little strict. Don't forget to have fun. It is a passion project. There's really no project without the passion, so make sure to have fun. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Passion Project Diary. Next episode, we'll be talking consistency. I'll see you there. Bye.